Yo. Remix.
Back on my bullshit, here I am.
I said Wagwan with the Wagwan.
Back on my bullshit, here I am. Bum 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum. I watched a child sing opera yesterday. I was very impressed. She was a 10-year-old girl in X Factor.
Gangster.
Oh my God, she was good. But then I'm like, if this is how the amateurs do it, let me see how the pros do it. And I went and listened to some Pavarotti. Whoo, buddy.
Yeah, Pavarotti.
I don't know what words he's saying, but I do enjoy it. My new thing this week has been smoking some weed and listening to some opera before bed. I've been getting home late. I just smoke a little weed, listen to some opera, and I'm just like, yo, this is sick. Did I talk about that last episode?
I don't think you talked about it in the episode, but you told me about it. I remember you mentioning that.
Now everyone knows. The secret's out, guys. You listen to Wagwan with the Wagwan. I'm your host, James Jamesy Cummins, and I'm joined today by someone very special. I never see this guy. I never heard of him in my life. Colin's process.
Colin.
So tell me about yourself, Colin.
Man, Grand Bend, Ontario's been fucking crazy, and the movie's been. This is the first movie.
Would you say that it's been grand?
It's been grand. It's definitely.
Oh, you're grand.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind. Every time I say it now, because you told me your grandfather lives there, even though he's not Irish, I still think an Irish accent.
When I was in Ireland, no matter what, if it was an okay thing, if it was a bad thing, it's grand. It's grand. It's just like a quick way to answer anything. You know,
like
how you doing? Oh, grand.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's grand,
bro. It's a crazy town, and it's beautiful. And this is the first movie that I actually want to watch that I've like worked on, been on. I never usually.
Can you say what movie it is?
I can just say the title. That's about it. I can't say what it's about or anything.
Okay.
Just because there's an actual famous person in it.
So there's an actual famous person in the one that I'm working on too. What do you want to fight about it?
Yeah, exactly. But we can't talk about
who's more famous, my guy or your guy.
Is it still the same guy that you had? Because you didn't tell me about any new guy.
Like the same guy for the last 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. No, well, I don't know.
So me and Colin, those of you that don't know,
if you like City of God, my person's more famous, 100%.
The Brazilian movie?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, see?
Zeke?
See? Huh? See, now you want to know. See? City of God. See?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that anyone in that movie is very famous.
Yeah, but it's an iconic movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Have
you guys seen City of God? Why not? Haven't you?
That's like knowing fucking Manny from Scarface. It's like he's not famous, but that's Manny.
Still cool. Yeah,
you know
take a picture of them. Like
100%.
Yeah. What a sad scene that was, man. When Manny got killed in Scarface. Spoiler alert, guys! It came out like 40 years ago.
Yo, my girl hasn't seen it. I got.
How long ago did it came out in the 80s, right?
Bro, probably 80s, maybe even 70s.
Wow. Yeah.
Back when you can.
Al Pacino thought this guy was just fucking his sister, but it turned out they were in love. It wasn't just fucking around.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You got to tell him beforehand. You can't have your boy roll up and you're in the robe in the house already. You can't have that. Can you imagine? I'm in the robe in the house already. You don't even know what? That's not.
That'd be weird, eh?
Yeah, you're gonna catch a shot, especially if the brother Scarface. You got a Scarface shirt on right now.
Whose world is this? It's mine. It's mine. Look at me. I'm wearing a map on my shirt. I got a map in my back. What is this guy? Some kind of map guy?
Yo, you know what's really cool? You are a map guy, actually. Yeah. You're a fucking.
What am I obsessed with maps?
You're like this year.
I got a globe over there.
This year you became a history buff. Your style stepped up. Everything is just changing.
Yeah,
bro.
Watch out, guys. I'm gonna step up my style this summer. You're gonna find me in a lot of button-up, short-sleeve shirts. I found this company that makes really lightwite stuff. I'll see if they want to give me a promo code. I'll tell you all about it next time. 15% off.
That should be happening because you can promote that on anything you do.
It should be happening. I just had the idea.
Yeah,
so now
that's fucking.
I'll reach out to the guys that. I said it, but we blanked it out because they're not a sponsor yet.
Thank you for making me not have to edit that. That's so sick.
Why are you letting people know behind the movie magic?
I'm just saying, bro. That was perfect.
But speaking of being in the movie magic, what we were talking about, stars being working with stars and shit, is me and Colin both work behind the scenes in the movie business. He's been doing it for a while, and he told me to get into it. He told me that they pay handsomely, and boy, do they. I'm not gonna brag, but all I'm saying is that I'm investing and I'm trying to save, and I'm trying not to spend it all on shoes. But I did buy 3 new pairs of shoes yesterday.
Bro, I knew when I've heard that you had that license, I was like, this is gonna change this guy's life.
Life changing.
It'll change your whole life.
So,
because that's all they told me. They're like, yo, it's gonna change your whole life.
In November, this guy started telling me to, if you're gonna drive a truck, do it at this place.
Yeah.
And I kept, I'm really comfortable with my other job for months, and then finally
6 months, at least.
November, December.
Because the second
January,
I found out you had it, I was
December,
like,
January,
yo.
February, March. No, 4 months.
No,
March is
when we started doing this, I brought it back up to you.
No,
but the
no,
second you
he
told
kept
me,
it under wraps for a little.
No, man, the second you told me you were driving, I'm like, yo, you should do this, and you were like, nah, I like my job. I remember
Fair
you
enough.
just brushed
Maybe
it
it was
off.
a quick thing. Yeah.
I had to bring it up like 3 times.
No, lots more than 3. I
You
swear.
think so?
This guy told me so many stories, and the one that pushed me over the edge. I'm not actually. I don't even want you guys to know how much money I make, or how much money I have the potential to make. But basically, he told me that somebody made this much money in this much amount of time, and I was like, I got to try that out.
I gotta see what that's about.
Yeah. So no regrets. It's been great.
And now we're in the Illuminati. It's all good, man. It's all good.
I'm heading to the elite tax bracket. All you guys bitching about those 1%ers, why don't you shut the fuck up while I become one? And turns out, I think we talked about this before. The secret to making lots of money is just work tons of overtime. Work harder, work smarter, work overtimer.
Yeah. That's
We got to make that shirt. We're still waiting on a logo, guys. Why haven't you designed our logo? $200 is on the line for somebody that can design our logo. Can you not draw? Is there not anyone left that draws?
Bro, I keep thinking that.
Everyone's like I'm a graphic designer. Yeah. Well, fucking how about putting a pencil on paper and coloring it in?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I don't see anybody doing that anymore. Nobody.
Bullshit,
and when they do, they only want to draw like anime characters.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Like
Can't
one of my
draw
buddies
Naruto all day.
that watches our thing, he hit me up and he's like, "Oh, I think I might have a girl that can do it." And then he got back to me like an hour later and he's like, "No, she doesn't draw anymore. She just has graphic design."
She doesn't draw anymore, so she lost the art of drawing. Just
lost the art of art.
Man, but yeah,
she lost the metaphorical art of literal art. Let me over-explain this joke to you guys.
It's not even over-explaining. You're trying to suss it out. That's that comedian shit. Trying to suss out bits. Yo. Is everything opening up? Are we getting back to stand-up comedy? Is that happening?
Coincidentally, I'm doing stand-up comedy tonight for the first time in like 2 months.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Where?
At a backyard show.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah,
but like
no, it's more than all right. It's fucking awesome, guys. I'm very excited about it. I wasn't trying to demean it.
But is it coming back now?
Like officially, I think probably July.
Yeah. Bro, I'm ready.
So last year, Jam and Jelly presented the Rooftop Comedy Series. We did it twice a month. Now, I was pretty content with it being twice a month, but Jelly, she's got big plans for this summer. There's going to be a lot more opportunities to catch us on that rooftop. So stay tuned for Jam and Jelly presents Rooftop Comedy in July. There's probably going to be double the amount of shows this year, so we'll see.
Once a week,
or we'll do a weekend with 2 in 1 weekend, something like that.
You can do it,
like
man.
A Friday, Saturday. But the only thing is, with the new job, I don't know how I'm going to fit everything in, but it's going to be a balancing act.
That's going to be hard. You're going to have a lot of driver material. You're going to start coming up with driver material. Cuz you're going to be
about these drivers. They'd be driving me crazy. No, they're all
Am I right, guys?
Everyone's pretty much a nice guy except for one piece of shit. No, but honestly, it is.
I feel the same way about my department.
It's a great industry, and this department specifically.
Yeah.
Everyone I tell I just got this job that work in that industry, they're like, "Congratulations!"
Yeah,
it's just funny being at a job and hearing congratulations. I never heard that in my life.
Oh yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Nipples, guys. Titties would be lost without you.
Bro, you touched your phone before you said that. You have that written down? What's going on with you?
These are my topics for today. I was looking at tits the other day, and I'm not saying that tits would be boring without nipples, because we like cleavage, under boob, side boob, all that. But when you think about it, girl takes her bra off and she has no nipples. I'd be lost.
That'd be a little concerning.
What am I gonna do with these lumps of clay?
Yeah. Well, it'll just be lumps of just flesh. Yeah, that'd be weird. But yo.
What
What have you been doing aside from work?
aside from work.
How have you been feeling actually?
Oh, what an excellent question.
Are you
'Cause
feeling
feelings-
good?
I'm actually feeling pretty good. I ups and downs throughout the year as always, but you caught me on an up time right now. I'm in a pretty good place. I'm really really grateful to be a working guy to you know what I mean, try and keep the comedy juices flowing with podcasts like Wagwan with the Wagwan and the Bad Boys of History. Follow that, the Bad Boys of History, Pros and Conquers, and yeah, man, I'm just I'm pretty happy. One thing about this movie, working in the movie business, is they have the craft truck. Now, the craft truck, they have snacks all day. Sometimes good stuff, sometimes bad stuff. For the first 2 weeks on the show I'm on, I ate way too much off the craft truck. I was doing good on my weight loss this year, but I put like a bunch back on. So
Yeah, first year. Yeah.
I reined that in this week, and I lost a couple again, and I just got to keep that going. I also just got a new exercise equipment, okay? This is called the steel mace. You ever seen a steel mace?
No, what is it?
I'll show it to you on your way out. But basically, it's a steel mace. And
Like a ball?
a ball on the end of a piece of steel. So not only
yeah.
can I use it to work out, I can also use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
Nice. Double whammy.
Literally.
But my shoulders had problems for years, and I play flag football in the summer. So me and my friends went out to throw the ball around. The season's going to start soon. And, man, my shoulder was killing after. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make it through another season, whatever. So then I was looking up different workouts for your shoulders. And apparently this thing is, like, highly reviewed for, like, shoulder problems. They're like, a couple weeks of doing this thing, your shoulder's going to feel brand new.
Really?
It's just a range of motion that you don't normally use, like just swinging it around, doing different things. And, yeah, man, I'm just excited to get my shoulder in the best health of my life. I haven't felt like an athlete the last couple of years. This year, I'm getting back to athlete status. I'm going to be a weapon on the field. Shout out to Savage FC. Let's go get that flag title this year.
Yeah, bro. You gotta step that up because you have the room to be like really good shape.
Yeah.
You got room to get really like jacked.
All the fat guys I work with were like, they look at my belly and they're like, there's still hope for you, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't end up where this thing is so hard where it's not going to move. So
it's true, bro. With those older guys, it looks hard.
Yeah.
It looks like stiff.
Yeah,
It's fucking hilarious, bro. Yeah, you gotta stay away from that. My first year fucking working the craft truck, I gained 30 pounds.
goddamn.
Just because you can just eat. It's an odd thing that you can just eat at any time. So even if you're bored and you're just chilling, you can just eat.
That's the thing. That's why as a driver, you can either be where the craft truck is or not where the craft truck is. And the first 2 weeks I was where the craft truck was.
Of course.
And then this week I'm like, I'm going to park on the other side of town. You know what I mean? So I was like, this week I'm only going to eat salad and fruit off the craft truck with one exception.
Wow.
The
Look at
tacos.
this guy.
The tacos. The tacos are incredible off this craft truck. So I made an exception for tacos, and I made a pretty big exception. Basically, everyone knew I was on a diet. When they saw me walking away with a bag that big of tacos, they're like, well, there it goes. And I'm like, there's one exception. It's tacos, and I got to get multiple boxes.
Fuck, man. You're on a nice show. Getting boxes of tacos and shit.
Oh, man. These guys, I love it.
Yo,
Cuban guys on the truck.
Do you have to put it in an app and order it?
Yes. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my
God.
boy Cece on the truck, yo.
I
Great,
hate that.
great guy. I love it. I love it.
I hate putting it on the app.
Oh, I don't mind that.
I because I'm in Grand Bend right now. I don't
Yeah.
have any internet.
Oh, true.
So it's annoying. Like I have to order things at my hotel.
Yeah. Let's see what but for catering I never order the catering. I only do craft because the catering I don't like, and it takes $17 out of your check every day if you get the catering. But let's see what's on the lunch menu for next week. Oh, it's not up yet. They usually put it up a week in advance.
It's not gonna be up, bro. Not gonna show you nothing.
Anyways,
So-
now you'll never know.
So what else?
What else? What else?
Like I want to know how you've been feeling. You feeling good? Life's on the up and ups.
It's like, I would say if you could have everything going perfectly in your life, I don't have that, but I have everything going good enough to be happy.
True. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's people starving in the world. What am I complaining about? I'm eating free.
Yeah, but you're allowed. Don't say that because you're allowed to complain even though there's people starving. It's okay.
Well, I have stuff to complain about, but I already told you, and it's confidential.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean the complaints, but yeah, you're still feeling good. I've been feeling good. But I've been feeling like I told you last week. I had that weird dream about my dad. That was the weirdest thing. It was one of those dreams. You know, when you wake up crying.
Fuck, it's my dad's birthday today.
Oh my god.
Better call him after this.
Shit. Yeah, man. It was such a weird dream, but it actually like reset me. It was a weird thing, man. It was a very.
What was the dream? Can you talk about it,
bro? It was odd. It was just like it was like he was at a lunchroom. It was almost like it was like he was at work, and I saw him. And I was like, I got to go talk to him. And I was like, nah, I can't. Because I was scared. But then I went to him and I'm like, yo, why weren't you around? And he just had tears in his eyes. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I was like, it was fucked. It was weird. That one thing made me realize, like, oh, maybe this guy was like, the whole time he was like away from all his kids. He was like fucked up about it. Like he was actually really
Did your mom hate him?
No.
Okay.
Not really. She just was less like, you're not good enough to be like around. So you got to get out.
I mean.
You know,
I just don't like when women keep men from seeing their kids. Like I work with a guy that basically his baby mom like kept the daughter hating the guy, like just telling him bad stories about him, like saying, "Oh, he's not around because of this and that," until she was like a teenager, old enough to think for herself, and then eventually she has a conversation with him and realizes her dad's actually a good guy, and then live with him for a couple of years. So it just sucks when people get put through that, and some kids like that. I guess that situation, her mom's so fucked up that she didn't. And when she got older, she's like, I don't trust this bitch. You know what I mean? Let me go find out my dad's side of the story. And when she did, she found out he's a good guy. Wow. Now, some people, the mom will actually be a good mom to the kid, and but at the same time tell bad stories so that they, you know, they're gonna trust their mom because they like their mom. But this situation is like she didn't trust her mom. So that was
wow. That's
the truth.
Yeah, that is always crazy. Yeah, my mom wasn't like that. My mom would she wouldn't say anything really. He's just not here. She'd be like, ask him. That's what she said. She'd be like, ask him why he's not here. But yeah, that'd be it. Yeah, that was a weird dream to have, man. But it was one of those things where it just put me on a track. And then all of a sudden when I was asleep, like I was still, you know, when you're half asleep, half awake, I had like this thing where I was like, yo, I should help kids who can't find their dads. Like I should find that guy and like talk to that dude who's like not in this kid's life.
Hey, why don't you be a dad?
Yeah, like actually confront them and be like, yo, this is what's going on, blah blah blah. This kid needs you. Like I should actually try and do something.
Why don't you be a dad? Why don't you adopt him then?
You imagine I hear that somebody says that, or you're getting uppercut in my show. You say that.
If a beautiful kind lesbian couple came up to you and they said, "Can we have your seed to make a child?" Would you give it to them?
No, because I got to be there. Any kid that I have to be around the kid
all the time.
Yeah.
What if they're like, well, you can have them like twice a year. Go on a man trip with them.
I'd be like, these ladies are fucking crazy. What the fuck's wrong with these ladies right now?
No, they're like, we want him to know his dad.
I'd be like,
but we're his.
I'm not the person for that. I'm like, I'd have to be involved.
No amount of money if they paid.
How much money could they give? How much money could two lesbians have? Right. I mean, they make half of the salary that men do. Oh my god!
Right? That's what I hear. These bitches keep complaining about.
No, it's 70%.
Oh, less wages.
It's 70%. 70 cents on the dollar.
70 cents on the dollar.
That's what they say.
So okay, so how much money?
And it's like, you know, it's actually because you always hear Jordan Peterson's argument towards that.
I don't always hear that at all.
Oh, you don't?
Never heard of the guy.
You never heard of the guy?
I've heard of him. Never heard his voice. Never seen him talk.
You never heard his voice?
No,
really?
Why is it a good voice?
It sounds like Kermit the Frog. Yeah.
A
little bit. Yeah.
Women are not as smart as men.
That's like, if you tone it down a little bit, that's what he sounds like.
Women are not as smart as men.
Yeah. That was solid.
I'm Jordan Peterson, and I think women are not that
Yo!
Really? Is that good? I have to hear this guy talk now. Can I pull up his voice?
That's so fucking funny. Yo, that was solid. That's a solid impression. You have no idea. Wow. That's so funny. Yeah, you got to hear him. People actually make fun of him about it a lot, and he embraces it. He's cool about it.
Is that him?
Yeah. If you listen to him talk, you'll...
Right.
Buddy, 2-minute 30-second ad. Relax yourself. Fucking
okay,
speak.
Let's see how on point I was.
Significant percentage of your life. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday and not to who someone else is today.
He's like Kermit with a PhD.
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday and not who you were today.
Yo, that's sick. Oh my god, I love that.
Good to know.
But yeah,
I
man,
can
like
do a Jordan Peterson impression.
but he always has that argument that like they go into fields that just don't pay as much, blah blah blah. But I don't know, like my girl,
Yeah.
she I've seen her get the same position as other people, and it's not the same money.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that a couple times.
Wow.
And it's not like a crazy. It's not half, but it's like this person might be getting 60, and then she's like getting 52.
So women
And
do
you-
have it tough?
And you're like, wait a second, why is that happening?
All this time, I just thought they like to bitch and complain about nothing.
This is what this is what white guys used to think about black guys back in the day. Before Rodney King, they'd be like, "Come on, guys, relax." And then you saw the Rodney King tape, they were like, "Oh, good lord,
Yeah.
sorry, brother." That's when white guys started calling black guys brother. They're like, "Hey, brother, sorry."
I never
Sorry
had
about all that,
any
brother."
doubt about the cops treating black people bad, but when it comes to the workplace and they say like, you know, black people are lazy, I mean, I've had some doubts about that.
Bro, I'm the hardest.
That's
working guy.
but that's the thing.
It's crazy.
I mean, same
Bro,
way.
this guy described me to somebody, and that guy was like, "That guy just works."
Yeah, it's true.
I'm the best.
I'm not saying that every black person is lazy, but what I am saying is that
They're all amazing.
no. But what I am saying is that
Okay.
there's a couple out there giving you guys a bad rap.
There is.
Okay, I've told this story before, but I'll just say it again. I don't know if I told it on this.
Is
show.
this your N-word story? You're gonna say
Did I say it on this?
You say the N-word a bunch in this?
No, the one that when I worked with a guy, first
he-
day getting trained on my last job,
Oh, that's so weird.
is first place we pull up to. He's like, if Dave or Junior loads you up, you're good. But if the N-word does it, you got to keep an eye on him. Now, I was disgusted that he said the N-word like that. It rattled me. I didn't like it. I only had to work with that guy for a week, luckily, but it was really upsetting to hear a guy talk about somebody like that. But a month
So
later,
weird.
I realized that you do have to keep an eye on that guy because he doesn't load things up properly, and he does things a little unsafe sometimes. So it's like it was still true, just he put the
Yeah.
N-word in it to make it gross.
Yeah, exactly. He just said the wrong thing. He could have just said that guy right there. Like,
Yeah.
like we do that with nurses sometimes, but we don't point out their races.
Like-
But we'll do that. Like I don't know if you get tested sometimes, but sometimes it'll be like somebody's nose bleeds because they just got a COVID test, and it's like, yo, which one did that?
Yeah.
Which one did that? That one? Okay, I won't go to that one. But we don't be like. But imagine if he was like the nagger did it.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh god, okay.
Now, there's lazy white people the same way, but we know that there's a lot of racist people out there, so that when there's a lazy black guy on the job, there's already some old white man watching him hard, right?
Yeah, and all that white man's doing is watching, so he doesn't realize he's just as lazy.
Now, the reason that this is on my mind lately is because when I'm doing this job that I'm doing now, if I see somebody slacking, which 2 weeks ago there was this one guy, black guy, that was really lazy, really slack, and I have a couple of friends, black friends that I have training for this job right now, and I'm like, I just don't like that this guy's giving black people a bad name because the people on the shift are watching him like, oh, we don't like to work with this guy. Da, da, da.
Bro, this guy, I remember this dude. He was like an AD, like first AD, black guy. I remember I was just starting out, and he pulled me aside. I was on Suits, and he started telling me stuff. He started like really like putting me up on game, and he's like, I'm doing this because you're black.
Yeah.
Because we were both black. He's like, every time one of us fucks up, he's like, we all look fucked up.
Right.
He's like, you're here right now. He goes, how many of us are here? He's like, look around. He's like, there's like 3. There's 3 black people here. He's like, so we are the example right now. He's like, and his words were, he's like, so do this job good or go the fuck home.
Yeah.
He's like, because they can fill it with somebody else that can actually do it. And I was like, okay. Okay.
I was saying to you in my department, like, yeah, like the black guys are either an example of like the hardest workers on the shift or
Yeah.
the most slack lazy. You don't have no in between. Like
That's
you don't
why-
have no in between. Just doing what
Just
everyone else is
regular.
doing.
Yeah,
You either have a guy that's like on his shit, killing it,
Yeah.
or a guy that's like hiding in the corner trying to avoid doing work.
Yeah. Finchmans.
Yeah.
Finchmans that just like rolled into this industry, and he's just like, I know a dude like that, and it's weird because like we're friends, but like I'll be working my ass off, and then when I see him, he's like, yo, what's going on? I'm just chilling. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, go fucking work, bro. I'm like, they can see you. They see you not working. I'm like, go work. Go do stuff.
Yeah. I know.
But it happens all the it's that thing. But yeah, what that guy said was the thing. He's like we're the example. He's like there's a crew of 300 people. There's 3 black people. He's like, we are the example right now to these people of what black people can do in this job. He's like, so fucking kill it. He's like, don't fuck around.
And you don't.
No, yeah, that's part of the reason why I work so hard because that
To make a good name for.
Yeah, it was literally like month 2 of like me being in the industry, and he's like, you gotta do this shit good. He's like, don't fuck around.
That's interesting.
And it was on the show Suits. He's like, I'll call you back. He's
I
like,
guess when I'm in a situation where it's just me and all black people, I'm like, let me make a good name for white people, and you know,
right? You do, like, I think there's a thing of that. Like, people do that.
there is a thing of that.
Like,
Yeah,
I've had Jewish friends who have said like, I don't want that cheap stereotype, so I'll double up the tip, or I'll be the one to take to pay the thing, because like, I want to show like, we're not like that.
Let me show you how good I can be. Let me
There's
show you how
enough
good
people
my
that do
race. Yeah, you're right, yo.
There's enough people that do that.
But
I do that all the time.
I don't put all of white people's sins on my shoulders. You know what I mean?
No, that'd be too much for you. But you gotta use that mace a lot more before you put all those sins.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta get my shoulders stronger if I'm gonna carry the white man's burden.
Yeah, that's a lot. You gotta do some reps before you take on that shit.
White guilt is real, and I feel guilty when I see white people being racist. I'm like, fuck, guys, you're giving us all a bad name. Like, oh, last week there was a White Lives Matter rally in Toronto.
Was it really?
And thank God only 4 people showed up. What losers.
Wow.
So I saw a clip on Instagram. They're like, yeah, we're the first 4 here, but it was like the saddest rally.
They thought more were going to show up. That's sad. That's like you got stood up.
So
you know?
Now what is the point of a White Lives Matter rally? Are cops killing a bunch of white people? Are white people being put in residential schools to destroy their communities? Like, where did this come from? So they had a list of all these white people that have been murdered, right? I'm looking at the list, pictures. I'm like, let me Google some of these names that they put up.
Yeah.
First name that comes up. This lady was murdered by her husband in New York.
Husband was white or black?
He's Trini. Another lady murdered by some a gang in a park, whatever. Anyways, the point is, none of them were murdered by like government sanctioned, like government funded organizations, which is what these other Indigenous Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, like that's what they start from. So to try and put yourself in that mix, to just be like, look, white people are getting murdered too, but it's like, what are you not paying attention? We're talking about, hey, cops, stop killing black people. We're talking about, hey Canada, you really fucked up with those residential schools. You know what I mean? We're not talking about, oh, somebody got murdered by their husband. Now we have to care about that race dying. Like, it just made no sense. And the fact that they couldn't even make a list of just Canadian people that died. You're having the rally in Toronto on the steps of thing, and you're putting up a bunch of names that are just white people that just got murdered in New York or something. Like, it made no sense. It was the worst rally,
bro. That's so.
But
sad.
I'm very proud of Canada only having 4 people show up to the White Lives Matter rally.
This is what you do. White Lives Matter has a rally. You show support. You show up, a bunch of your friends wearing KKK robes. You grab those white guys and you bring them in close.
That's kind of funny.
You bring them in close. You say, all right, we're all here, and see how those white guys react.
But you still have to walk through the streets in a KKK robe. That's a fucking dangerous prank to play, yo. But it is hilarious.
But this is for black people to do. You can't. This white people shouldn't be doing this.
Oh, black people show up in KKK robes?
It would have to be.
We're doing this, bro? Yeah. Fuck yeah, bud.
Fuck yeah, bud. That'd be the best. Fuck. But I think we gotta wrap up.
Yeah, we gotta wrap up. This has just been a quick episode. We didn't really talk about Wagwan and entertainment and news this week, but we did talk about Wagwan with us and Wagwan with the state of black people in the workplace.
We gotta fit that in more of us in here, man.
Let us know if you want more of us or more of news, because honestly, I'm sick and tired of us.
What?
I don't like talking about our feelings, and
bro, I like it, bro.
Because I always feel like, I'm going to talk about something that I shouldn't have talked about. But then again, I do that either way. So
yeah, exactly.
You can follow me at jam_easy. You can follow Colin at
Colin's Process, Magpie Life. I even have a thing called Psychedelic World. I have all sorts of ats. Follow Wagwan with the Wagwan.
I didn't even know he had all these ads.
Right? Follow the bad boys of history.
The bad boys of history. Pros and Conquerors. This week's episode was Caligula.
And subscribe. Like, let's stop playing these games. Let's stop playing coy with these people. Press the subscribe button. What are you doing?
Hammer it. Steel Mason.
Hit it, man.
Swing it around.
Hit it. We guys
Drop
doing
it on that.
Subscribe.